All right, guys, back again. Just wanted to say hello as everybody comes and joins in. This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Let's see what we can get into today, guys. See how everybody's been doing over the weekend. Did anybody have any tournaments? What kind of results did you have? And as always, we will get into a little bit of mega live information, see what kind of issues you guys are having, see who has theirs dialed in and what kind of results you're getting with that also. And for today, I did complete a tournament out at Lake Oconee and have a little footage for that I'll put up for you guys. But as you enter the live stream, please hop in the comment section, just kind of introduce yourself so we can see who is in here. And you guys can kind of chit chat back and forth. If you have any questions or anything like that, please, as always, get active in the comment section. So we have a few people in here now, but I will just wait and just kind of let a few more guys get in here before we get started, guys. All right, who do we have so far? We have Donald Albert. Hello from Ottawa, Ontario. All right, all right. Long ways away. Glad to have you here. All right, let's go ahead and pull something else up real quick. All right, put this information up here for you guys. All right, we have a few more guys hopping in here. All right, and Joshua B. Fishing, a long-term supporter and subscriber of the channel. Very, very much appreciated. Has helped out the channel a lot. And we have Cowboy Jack. All right, here we go. Some other guys hopping in here. Who do we have? That guy you know. What's up, Coach Mega Live from That Guy You Know? All right, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we have S. Jord joining in. Hello, Money Bass. This is all right. Good to have you in the house. Hey, good to have you in here joining in. All right, guys. As you guys come in, we have of course guys trickling in a little bit. So once we get up to a good number of guys, we'll go ahead and get started. But looks like we have around 10 or so guys in. And like I said, as you join in, just go ahead and hop in the comment section. Just introduce yourself. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can go ahead and put those in the comment section, and maybe we can get to that a little bit before we get into things today. All right, so we have Mark Scott from Ohio. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mike Daly. All right, my man. All right, glad to have you here. Vernon Neal. I'm in the chat ready to get schooled. All right. Well, hey, let's school each other. I'm looking to hear some information, see how you guys have been doing out there also. All right. Texas Air Gunner. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Let's see who else we have. All right. So you guys that are in the comments already, did any of you guys fish any tournaments or get out on the water this weekend? Just let me know what kind of results you have. Had while you were out on the water. How did things go for you? Have any of you guys been working with your Mega Live system? What kind of footage have you guys been seeing out there on the water? All right, let's see who else we have here. Still have some guys coming in. I appreciate you guys joining the chat. And just to let you guys know, the sponsor of tonight's live stream is Joshua B. Fishing. Make sure you guys check out his channel. There's a link to a video that he just recently put out. It has a great image of him using his Mega Live system, fishing some mats, some grass mats. You guys got to see that. You have to see that. But like I said, Joshua B. Fishing is the sponsor for tonight's live stream. And the link to his video and his YouTube channel is in the description. So make sure you guys check that out. All right, have a few more guys coming in. Let's see who we have here. All right, what does Joshua say? I tried at choke, but couldn't. Moved on. Let me see. I tried at choke, but couldn't see any alligators on landscape mode. Right. So we had a conversation about that where he told me he's a kayak fisherman, guys. And if you guys have kayaks, hey, you definitely got to check out his channel. He has some very good footage and everything like that. But one of the things that I had mentioned to him is you have to get an alligator on your Mega Live or at least your 360 So let's see what he says about that. I tried at choke, so that's where he was at, but couldn't see any alligators on landscape mode. So I did notice that he had some footage in there where he was scanning around on landscape mode. And like I said, that video is in the description, guys. So check that out. He said Nor Mega 360. So, but I did see he did have an alligator, some footage of an alligator, but I guess he wasn't able to get that on his electronics. That guy, getting better at Mega Live, caught a few largemouth spotted bass and smallmouth on Pickwick. All right, that's a nice lake. I think I fished that lake maybe once. But actually I ended up fishing that. I think that was Lake Pickwick, where I ended up fishing as a co-angler because I had a little incident on my boat the day before the tournament. All right, Vernon Neal, by the way, I'm joining from Crowley, Texas. All right, welcome, welcome. Mike Daly, I fished with my boss and spanked him for 5 hours straight with the Mega Live and an A-rig. I don't know how that's going to help out with getting that raise that or that promotion that you're looking for, but hey, I guess that's always a good day out on the water. Give you something to talk about on the job. Mark Scott, I wanted to fish, Ryan, but it was 25 degrees here over the weekend and snowing. 25 degrees. I mean, that's not all that bad, is it? 25 degrees. Lake wasn't frozen. That's no excuse. Nah, just joking, just joking. All right, Texas Air Gunner says, I used to live off I-20 at McCart, really close to Crowley. My wife actually worked at Crowley Road Animal Hospital for years. All right. All right, we have Darren Pearson joining in. Hey, what's going on, Ryan Carson, 5-pound largemouth. Let me see. Oh, Ryan Johnson. Okay. 5-pound. What is that? 7-pound large. Okay. So I tried to actually pull up that picture so that I could show the guys, but I wasn't able to find that picture. He sent me a picture where he was using his Mega Live system over the weekend, and he caught some nice fish. Actually has a 7-pounder that he caught on Lake Lanier. It looks like he had a few 3-pounders mixed in there also. So he had and I think he caught 15 fish for that day. And I did ask him if he saw that 7-pounder on the Mega Live system. That was nice. That was a nice fish. All right. We have Faith in Fishing. Mega Live is working better since last we talked. That is great. And I know there's some of you guys that contacted me through Instagram, and we kind of chatted back and forth. You guys sent me some screenshots of what you were seeing, and we were able to get a few of this guys' systems dialed in, and they were seeing some pretty good results with that. And also, keep in mind, guys, the Patreon is now active. The information, the videos are going to be uploaded in that Patreon this week. So the Patreon, it is new, guys. So if you want to go ahead and start supporting the channel, just take a look in the description, and the link for the Patreon is in the description area. All right, let's see who else we have here. I was talking about Vern. Okay, but okay. All right. All right, guys, let's see. So we have a good amount of people in the live stream now, so we can go ahead and get started. So what I wanted to do today, guys, was just pull up some footage from this past weekend where I was at Lake Oconee. My results, they were not what I was wanting, but I didn't pre-fish that lake. And as you guys know, that is one of the key things, putting in that time on the water to get the results that you want. So I did not do that, but I still had a good time out there, just testing out different things with the Mega Live. And I know some of you guys have been wondering about how that works, fishing shallow water and fishing water that's kind of stained or muddy. And the area that I was fishing, it had a nice stain to it, and I was able to see it pretty well. So I have some footage mixed in with that in this video also. So let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. All right, let's see. Hold on, let me pause that for right now. Okay, so with this, pretty much Lake Oconee this past weekend had some high winds, and we were also fishing at the same time as a college tournament. I mean, not college, but a high school tournament was going on. So let's go ahead and get into this. And again, guys, this stream is being sponsored by Joshua B. Fishing. Make sure you check out his channel. The link is in the description for a nice video that he has where he shows some footage of Mega Live and how he was able to use that on grass mats. And he is catching some nice fish on that video too, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get this video started. And real quick, you guys can hear me okay, see everything okay, everything looks good. Just give me a little bit of feedback, guys. All right, so this fish right here, I was able to actually see that one on the live system. I'm fishing kind of shallow, but I saw that fish just pitched over to it, and it came over and took that bait. All right, there we go. Got to be 14 inches on this lake. This is going to be a tough one, guys. That is definitely not a keeper. 14 inches. Let's put in some work today. All right, so that was another one that I was able to see on the live system. Tossed over to that one, and it came and picked it up also. Doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Let's check it out. Nope, sitting at 13 inches. Have to be 14. Nope, sitting at 13 inches. Has to be 14. All right, so this was a catch that I really like this one right here, guys. I was able to see two fish sitting off to the side and just kind of pitched a wacky rig over to it. Watched that bait just flutter down, saw the fish slowly swim over to it. And when I just pulled on my bait, it didn't move, so I knew that fish had it. All right, I saw that one on the Mega Live, guys. Tossed right over to it. Looks like I might have my first keeper for the day. Let's take a look. The wind is brutal, guys, but just wanted to show you guys. Okay, so real quick, that was the first keeper for the day, guys. This was a tough tournament for me. I did not pre-fish, did not put in my homework. So, hey, I guess you get what you put into it. But the good thing to me was I was able to get out here and just kind of mess around with that Mega Live system. And right here, I'm going to show you guys some footage of some areas that I found because I was actually kind of pre-fishing and fishing the tournament at the same time. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this. What I'm fishing, you can see this right there on that 360. That is a big brush pile, and I have it on spot lock right now, so you can see it's kind of scanning back and forth. But I positioned the boat in the wind to where it keeps that trolling motor lined up with that brush pile, so you can see it sweeping back and forth. That purple haze again is the persistence mode, guys. But tournament is still going on. It is 2:50. The check-in time is 3:30, so I have 3 fish to the boat. So I need to get back out here, keep on working, but just wanted to give you guys that quick info so you can see what that what I'm fishing here. And it's basically just a brush pile. I found that using my using the Mega Live. So you can use that on tournament day. I did not pre-fish, but let me get back to work, guys. Small one. All right, so just to let you guys know what I am looking at here. So I was able to find a lot of bait fish, and I can actually see the bass that are following those fish and kind of chasing them around the boat. They eventually headed directly toward the front of this dock, and I was able to see some a small brush pile or something like that in front of it, just some small amount of cover. But the bass were ambushing those fish directly over in that area. As soon as I saw them over there, I was able to pitch over to them, and let's just go ahead and take a look. All right, there we go. Fish number 2. My goal for the day is 3 fish, guys. I need one more. All right, guys. Nice hook set on that one. All right, let's take a look at just a few questions real quick so I don't get too far behind. So we have, let me see, Chauncey Davis has come into the room. Appreciate it. I appreciate you continuously supporting the channel. Let me see. Also, if the boater, let me just pull his question up real quick. All right, here we go. Also, if the boater unit is on and the console is acting up, like going to the other screens or even going off as a co-angler, should I invest my time in trying to get it to work or just fish? I would say as a co-angler, I would focus on fishing the conditions that I can see. Um, if if you can take some time to get the electronics to where you can use maybe that sonar to get your drop shot in, or maybe the 360, then that might be able to help you. But other than that, I would just kind of focus on fishing. All right, we have Scott C. Thank you for joining in. What degree do you use for jerkbait fishing? Many clicks past the forward setting. Do you use a mask? I do not. Let me just pull this up real quick. So, all right. So here's Scott C's question. I do not have the mask on my Mega Live yet. I plan on putting that on there. I just have not put it on there at this time because I wanted to not eliminate anything that I could see and just get used to what I am looking at without the mask on there. So now that I'm very, very familiar with the system, I can go ahead and put that mask on there and I will know the difference if it is actually eliminating some information that I would want to see. And let me see, what degree do you keep your for jerkbait fishing? So for me, I just keep my Mega Live system set on the second setting for the forward mode. So coming directly down from the down, I think down from the down mode, I put it on the second click right above the forward mode. Hope that helps. All right. TV18, what's going on? All right. Josh will be fishing. Let's see, that brush pile looks juicy. Yes, to me, pretty much every juice pile looks every every brush pile looks juicy. But I do have another one coming up that looks even better than that. You can actually see the fish and everything on it. All right, and then we have Darren Pearson. How fast was the wind blowing on Lake Oconee? So on that day, I have some footage of that trying to make it back to the weigh-in, guys, where they said in the weather report the winds were blowing, say, 15 to 20 miles an hour with 30-mile-per-hour gust. And I've had some bad experiences with some wind. If any of you guys have seen my Lake Gunnersville video. All right. And Chauncey Davis says, what size hooks were you using for your wacky rig? I was using a 1/0 wacky rig setup with that. And I think those were Berkeley. Just picked those up at Bass Pro. Let's see. Then we have Vernon Neal. All right, Texas Air Gunner. Okay, Crowley is the place to be. All right. Chauncey Davis, thanks for answering in the shout out. No problem, no problem. I appreciate you continually supporting the channel. All right, and we have that guy you know. After fishing in the current at Pickwick this weekend, I'm seriously thinking about a separate pole mount. Have you considered this? All right, guys, I was actually going to make a separate video on this, but for me, the pole mount and the way that I fish, I prefer to have it on the actual trolling motor shaft itself, because it allows for me to have both hands free and to be able to move and scan a lot faster as I'm moving along. Sometimes whenever I am trying to move around, then being able to scan with the Mega Live connected directly to the trolling motor is better for me. But if you're going to be doing a lot of stationary fishing, say if you're going to be fishing breast pals or maybe crappie fishing or something like that, I can see where that can come in, where that can be more effective. But it really just depends on your style of fishing and what works for you, because they do have I think it's goodness, I can't remember the name of it, guys, but there's a system where you can put this, actually you can control the movement of the Mega Live with the foot pedal. So I don't know how well that'll work either if you're trying to, you know, move around a lot as far as bass fishing goes, because I like to pick up and run a lot. I will get to a spot, I will fish it, and then I will pack up and take off. So that's my thoughts on that. If any of you guys have the separate pole mount, please put some information on that in the description. Let's see what you guys think. All right. And we have Scott C. Thanks. All right. Appreciate it. And let's see what John Donnelly has to say. When it offers 40, 50, or 60 degree setting, which one do you use for forward facing? For mine, I believe I have mine set on auto. So I have left mine on auto for now. So I haven't experimented with that. But if any of you guys have, please feel free to hop in and see what just answer John's question, John Donnelly, and see if that'll help him out. All right, let's see who else we have. Donald Albert. Let's see. Live Scan. Yes, that is, I think that's the name of it also, Live Scan. All right. And we have Mark Scott. Ryan, I have the live scanner on my Ultrex with a separate foot pedals. Love it. Only way to go. All right. So, Mark, do you do a lot of bass fishing, crappie fishing, tournament fishing? What type of style would you consider yourself as fishing? Do you fish shallow, deep? I think that may help some of the guys out also. All right. Live. Then we have that guy, says live scanner, I think, is the one that mounts to the foot pedal. Yes, that is correct. All right. John B. Fishing. No trolling motor on a kayak, so I have a manually turn and Mega Live. It's nice, but also a pain. All right, and I did notice that on your video that you're able to control that. And hey, looks like it'll come in handy, especially if you don't have a trolling motor. All right, and let's see what TV18 is, and then we'll get back to the video. Can I ask an off topic? Do you use a jack plate on your boat? And someone just asked me that earlier in my comment section. I don't know if it was you or not, but I will get to that in the comments also. And let's see if so, what size is it and setback? Thanks, TV. Mine it's an Atlas jack plate, but it came, it was one of the options on the boat, and I do not remember. I'd have to go back and check to get that information for you. All right, and then let's check and see. Vernon Neal fished a tournament on Lake Athens. A lot of fish on bed. I couldn't see them on the bed with my Mega Live. Any suggestions? Do you have a 360? I bet that 360 and that Mega Live would be a killer combination with that setup, because once you're able to see the beds, and you will be able to see the two dots in a lot of cases whenever you pull up on some beds, especially brim beds, you can see the fish on there. So I know you should be able to see that with bass, and then having that in conjunction with that Mega Live to be able to track that fish if you're not able to visually see it, I think that would definitely work. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back into the rest of this video. Still trying to get that 3 fish limit, guys. Well, it was a 5 fish limit, but my goal was to at least catch 3. Might make it. Not a keeper. All right, just wanted to show you all of the activity on the Mega Live. Let's let that persistence mode move out of the way, but let me just scan around a little bit so you can see what I'm fishing. Have about 6 minutes left, guys. That's all I'm doing, scanning back and forth. Look at all of that right there. good. All right, I knew if I kept coming. All right, it's number 3, guys. Whew. The day's mission is accomplished. I have about 30 more minutes left, so hey, let's see if we can go ahead and get 2 more. But I knew if I kept coming back to this spot, it would go ahead and pay off for me. I'm using that Mega Live system. I'm able to pitch it right down there to those fish that I'm seeing on the screen. Good deal, guys. All right, so that was all of the fishing for the day. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that water was kind of rough, and I did not take that into consideration on making it back, so I just barely made it back to the weigh-in in time. And there was a lot of activity with that high school tournament going on, everybody trying to get back to the ramp. All right, finishing up the day here at Lake Oconee. This is the 3rd stop of the Rob Bender's Bass Club season. It was a tough one. It was a tough one. I knew it was going to be a tough one, guys. So my goal for the day was 3 fish, and I was able to accomplish that. Let's go ahead and get these fish to the scale. See how we did for the day, guys. All right, and that's all she wrote for that. All right, so I want to give a shout out to Rory Johnson. He had the big fish for the day. Carlton Ponder came in 3rd place. T. White was able to pick up 2nd, and Mike Murphy with his 3rd win for the season. So he is on a roll, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a few more questions. And then if you guys have anything specific about your units or anything like that, then let's try to share some information on that. All right, so let's go back to the questions, guys. All right, so Mark Scott says, bass fishing, I fish shallow until post-spawn, then deep water all summer. All right, so he has that live scanner on there, and it's working out for him, guys. So hopefully that answers someone's question that had that. All right, and then that guy, Big Jim Fishing, part 5 said, turn interference rejection on and set to 1. He had a, let me see, solid. Is that different from Helix? Let me see. So I don't think I have my interference rejection on, but I mean, I would definitely look into it because I mean that may help. There are still a lot of guys that are saying they're having problems dialing theirs in, but I haven't heard any issues for the guy. Once you get those systems dialed in, as far as finding fish and catching fish using that system, I don't see anybody that's having any issues with that. So it's working out. It's working out. All right, guys, let's see. Anybody else have any questions? All right, we have C219 Troll pulling up. All right, and he is a crappie fisherman, longtime supporter of the channel, longtime subscriber. Got in late. Is pollen still affecting you guys? So I don't think I was running into any issues with pollen whenever I was out on the lake. If any of you guys have, go ahead and hop down in the comment section and, just let us know. All right, let's go ahead and see. I keep my interference rejection set to 1. Works great. All right, so there you go. Joshua B Fishing definitely knows what he is talking about. Make sure you guys check the link in the description for his video. He is the sponsor for the live stream tonight. Really appreciate him supporting the channel. All right, let's see. TV18. Oh, that was TV18, I believe, that had that live scanner. Just scroll back up, take a look. But yeah, so I believe that was TV18. So for you guys that have been asking about the Patreon, I am getting that set up. So the footage for the Patreon section is being uploaded now. And I just want to show you guys a snippet of the type of information that will be in there. Let me just go ahead and pull this up. So this was just,
and what I did in that instance.
This was just a video that I put together for the Patreon. And this just kind of goes over two of the main issues that a lot of people are having as far as getting this interference that you see on the screen. And then sometimes the screen does not display correctly, and just how to go in and set your, how to reset it. But let's just go ahead and play just the first part of it for you guys.
All right, guys. So today what we are going to look into is basically a fix for 2 common issues that I hear people say that they are having. So one of those issues is, if you look on the screen, this is directly after the 1.150 update, how my screen looked. And I have been out using it, of course, as you guys have seen on the previous videos, and it did not have all of this noise on the screen. So this is the G4N 12-inch unit right here. So what we're going to do is just let these go ahead and boot up and let these connect. So just waiting for this Mega Live to connect on here. And we're just going to restore the default settings and see if that will go ahead and clear this up for us, guys. And
all right, so just wanted to give you guys just a quick snippet of that video. So that one's going to be uploaded into the Patreon section this week once I get that one completed. But let's see if we have any further questions, guys. Who do we have? C19 219 Troll says, that's great. It's clearing up for us on the hill finally. So yeah, that pollen was affecting the guys that were running. It's a known issue for the people that have been running the Garmin system. So they've been out there, they've been experiencing it, but I have not really seen that yet. I may have experienced it a little bit, but not so much this past weekend. All right, interesting question. That guy says, what percentage of tourney fishermen now have a live sonar? What do you guys think? What would you think is the percentage of guys that are out here fishing with live sonar? As far as tournament fishermen, I would say that percentage is going to be pretty high now, because once you have seen the capability and what it does, it's kind of hard to to not go ahead and snatch one up yourself. So my guess would be, and then I mean the expenses and everything that you have to kick out for that. So that's definitely going to play into it. But if you're kicking out tournament money, you may not want to be donating all the time. So I would say maybe 60 to 70%. So let's go with 65% is what I think. What do you guys think as far as the percentage of tournament fishermen with live sonar? All right, so we have C219 Troll. He says over 90% of crappie fishermen. And I would believe that with crappie fishing, because with bass fishing, a lot of people may fish deep and fish shallow, and may not necessarily use that live imaging, because they're used to running, gunning, and just fishing, off of instinct the way that they always have. So with bass fishing, I'd say a lot of guys fish shallow, so they may not see the need for Mega Live, but they may focus more on something like that Mega 360 for shallow fishing. All right, let's see who else we have. Mark Scott, Ryan, I'm still getting noise on mine, so I ordered the C Clear harness. I'm hoping this will help. So if you just go to my Instagram, just send me a few screenshots. I'm interested in seeing what you're actually seeing on your unit. And like I said, I was able to walk maybe 3, 4, 5 guys. If any of you guys are actually in the comments or watching the video right now that hit me up on Instagram and we kind of exchange some pictures and things like that, go ahead and chime in. Let the guys know what you did and if that information that I provided to you helped you get dialed in. And that's another thing that I will be able to get more personalized with also, guys, is with the members in the Patreon, we'll be doing live streams to where we can get more in depth and, just deal with each person's personal setup and things like that also. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see. Who do we have? That guy, what is the shallowest water you have been able to use Mega Live in? And did you have to adjust the transducer a couple of clicks for shallow water? So in the video that I just showed, there's an area where I did catch a fish using if I was using my Mega Live system and I caught it with a wacky rig. That fish was sitting in maybe 6 to 8 feet of water, or it could have been a little shallower than that. And actually, I think the boat was in about 8 feet of water, so the fish could have been in like 5 or 6 feet of water. So that's the shallowest that I know that I've caught a fish on, but it can see all the way up to the bank. Once you get familiar with how to read that screen, then the information is all the same. Once you are able to locate the fish, and especially if you use it in conjunction with the Mega 360, you can see rocks and different type of structure like that, or different cover like that, and you will be able to see those fish moving around in that, and that can be pretty shallow water. Another thing I wanted to take a look at, guys, and then I guess we can get out of here if you guys don't have too many more questions, but was a poll that I had put up. And we kind of touched bases on this last time, but I didn't really go too in depth with it. So just to give you guys some information, and these are just some more questions that someone may have had in mind. But the first poll that I put up was, are you getting good results with your Humminbird Mega Live system? The choices were, yes, my images look good. That got 60%. So that is a pretty high percentage, guys. Then we had 32% that said, no, I can't get dialed in. And let's see, the final was, just lost my place on here. All right. And then we had 9% that answered the question, are you getting good results from your Humminbird Mega Live system? 9% said, no, I'm having technical issues. So there are some guys that are possibly having legitimate technical issues, but whenever I've spoken with a lot of the guys that have started off having issues like that, even myself, I was having issues where it wasn't working correctly, but I did not have one of my wires that actually came loose. So I had installed it myself. All right. So the other poll, let me just take this off of the screen, guys. Let's see. All right, was Mega Live. Okay. All right. So what did people want to focus on as far as the live stream? And this is pretty much from the one from last week, but just wanted to give this information to you guys. So one of the topics that people wanted to discuss, viewing and discussing images with the new 1.150 update. That was 27% of you guys. Discussing how to dial in your graph for better images was 61%. So that is kind of a high percentage of guys that are using the system, but are just looking to get it dialed in better. And I'm hoping this information that we're providing kind of helps you guys out with that. And let's see, what was the last part? And 12% wanted to talk about common issues and how to troubleshoot them. So again, the main thing that guys are focusing on are being able to get your units dialed in and coming up with better images. And today we put out a quick poll. What is the best Mega Live lure? What do you guys think? We have a few guys in here in the comment section. What would you say the best lure is for bass fishing? And I guess C219 Troll is going to say a jig because he crappie fishes. And I think that's what you guys catch a lot of those with. So some of you guys may like jigs for bass fishing and think that is a great bait to use. So let's see if anybody's putting any suggestions down here in the comment section. Not yet. All right. So what is the best Mega Live lure? For the crankbait, we had 6%. For the jig, we had 0%. For shaky head, we had 6%. So all of those are pretty low. What do you guys think is the number one bait that people are picking to use for their live systems? That's right, the jerk bait. So let's see. C219 Troll says swim bait or an A rig. So I know a lot of people use that. I didn't actually put that as one of the options, but I kind of figured that a lot of guys were going to choose jerk bait, and that's something that I've started working with, and I have one that a few of them that I've weighted to where I can. I put the little weight strips on them so they could sink down to where I needed them to go down to as far as the water column, but haven't really had any success on it yet because I haven't put in a lot of time with that. All right, so let's see, guys. Did anybody have any other questions? I think we have covered a lot of stuff today, but let me just see if I can just pull something up again real quick where we were looking at that video a little earlier. Just wanted you guys to be able to take another look at that footage of that brush pile. Let's see where that was at. If I can find that. All right, let's see. Here we go. I think this is it right here,
About
guys.
6 minutes left, guys. That's all I'm doing, scanning back and forth. Look at all of that right there.
All right, so there we go. That is directly under the boat. And this was it looked like it may have been a brush pile, but I could see fish swimming in and out of that. Right now, I'm a little too close to it. I was kind of on top of it, but it was a big area, a big brush pile. So if I had only pre-fished, I may have been able to get more locations like this. But hey, it was definitely a good time out there on the lake, guys. Lake Oconee is kind of a long ride for me, so I did not want to take that drive. The next lake that we will be at, guys, home of the big fish, Lake Eufaula. Planning on having some fun out there. Last time we were there, I was able to pull in day one. I had 17.74. Day two, I had 12 something pounds. So definitely had a good time on that lake. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take another look at some questions. And from there, I guess we will sign off. Let's see. I see some new guys have jumped in. All right, so let's see. Josh will be fishing. He was saying the number one bait to fish with the live system is the A rig. But I have seen your video where you had that jerk bait and you were catching some nice fish with that jerk bait. So I'm surprised you did not say jerk bait. All right. And make sure you guys, like I said, Joshua Be Fishing is sponsoring this live stream. The link to his most recent video where he is actually punching grass mats using the Mega Live system. I have not seen that before. So that was very, very interesting. Make sure you guys check that out. All right. And let's see who is up next. That guy, jig on bottom, swim bait or jerk bait when suspended. All right. So you went ahead and took the 3 answers, huh? So jig on bottom. All right. So interesting. All right. Let's see. That guy, can you split screen Mega Live and 360 on Helix? I haven't tried it yet. The answer to that is no. You can do that on the Solix and I believe the Apex, but I know that you can't do that on the Helix unit. All right. And welcome to Joey TR21X. All right, just jumping in to say hello, sitting back watching. All right, appreciate it. I appreciate it. That is another long-time subscriber and viewer and supporter of the channel. Really appreciate you stopping by. Pull that up. That is Joey TR21X. All right, and he is also a good friend of Bass Geek. I know they fished together a few times, so you can see him in a few of those episodes. And again, I really appreciate it, guys. Also, make sure you hit the like button if you have not already hit the like button. Let's see. What else do we have, guys? What else do we have? All right. Cole Griggs Fishing says jerk bait. Yep. Got to get good with those jerk baits, guys. That is up next on my list. All right. And we have Mark Scott. Ryan, I'm having a hard time on Instagram. Anywhere else I can send you pics. So I'm not really that good on Instagram either. Let me think. make sure you put a message down in the comment section, and I'll see what another way. But so far we've just been using Instagram. So if you are able to figure that out and send it on Instagram, let me put that up here so you guys can see my Instagram. Here it is, at official Money Bass is how you can reach me on Instagram. All right, guys. How long have we been on? Just about 45 minutes. So I'd say that's pretty good live stream. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you go ahead and pop those up real quick before we sign off. Let's see. Charlie Yinkst got here late. What did I miss? Might have missed just a little bit of something, but make sure you guys, if you did miss it, or you want to go back and watch anything, once this comes up, you can go back and rewatch this or watch it for the first time if you're just getting in, because this one is not going to be really be that long. But make sure you guys get active in the comment section, and if you have any suggestions for the live for next weekend or any future videos, make sure you guys tap into the comment section and put that in there. And also the Patreon is being set up. Some of you guys were very interested in that. Make sure you go ahead and click on the link in the description for the Patreon. I will be uploading and putting the comment into the Patreon system. So if you guys wanted a more one-on-one type experience, and also I keep forgetting the Discord. Now the Discord is going to be a major player in building our community of anglers that are looking to get better out on the water, because that way you can link up with other guys that may be in the same area or maybe fishing tournaments. But we will have different sections in there with different lakes. So if you guys have lakes that you're interested in, we'll have a Discord section where we put information about that, and we can go back and forth on information about different lakes. Whether you have Garmin, Lowrance, or Humminbird, there is a separate section for each one of those in the Discord section too. So through the Patreon, you gain access to the Discord, which is basically a community where you can go in, and it's kind of like a big forum, guys, where we can all go in there and exchange information as far as helping each other out on the water. All right, and let's see, who else do we have hopping into the comments? All right. And we also have Kenneth Wireman just came in, have to go back and watch from the beginning. Work's got me up early in the AM. Hey, I definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. This keeps me busy too, trying to run around and do a lot of different things at one time. All right. Let's see what Mark Scott has to say. I will work on that after broadcast. Thank you. Hey, no problem. No problem. All right. And Charlie says, I'll watch it tonight. Sounds good. Please hop in the comments. And guys, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. All right. Donald Albert says, thank you. We'll see you next week. Really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate you supporting the channel. And again, make sure you guys check out Joshua B. Fishing. The link to his video is in the description. I know you will be impressed with the footage that he was able to pick up with his Mega Live system. And also, he has a lot of good scenery and things like that. Again, this is kayak fishing, guys. So it's some nice content there. Nice content. All right. And we have TV 18. Thanks, TV. Good night. All right, guys. I think that covers it for tonight. If you guys would continue to support the channel, I really, really appreciate it. Been another nice live stream, guys. Really appreciate it. I will see you guys next week. When actually, I will see you on a few other videos. Make sure you guys always get active in the comments, and I will see you next week on the next live stream. Unless you're in the Patreon, that may be a little sooner than that, guys. All right. See you on the next one.